Welcome to the Shenanigans, everyone. Everyday KT number 164. Today, we're talking about the importance and, more importantly, the power of asking for what you want, of actually saying the things and not just hoping and wishing and praying and whatever other things that you do, trying to get what you want. Actually just asking for it. So, here's what I'm talking. This is what I mean. How many of you have experienced a situation where someone says, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for whatever else is going on? And you say, I don't want anything, or surprise me. That does two things. Actually, more than two things, but two things primarily. One, it completely takes away any influence you have over what that person gets you, which means you could get anything from this to this. And for those of you who don't know, this is a decent Islay Scotch. Under the tree or wrapped up or whatever. Most people don't want either one of those things for their birthday. You know, Scotch, sure, but generally, you know, maybe you want something a little bit more lasting, more personal than a 100-year-old lawnmower. So that's the first thing, is you take away any influence. The second thing is you give that other person absolute power over what you get. In every way, shape, and form, they can do whatever they want. It could be your birthday, and it's a Christmas party, or whatever it is. It's something, and maybe they decide that they want to give you this thing in public, and they just get you a pile of dog crap because they think it's funny. Well, you didn't say not to. When you don't express the things that you want, you give up any influence or any power over what actually happens. What I've been talking about over the past week or two is about having confidence in yourself, having the ability to believe in yourself and do the things that you want to do. Well, when someone comes to you with a legit, honest question, what would you like for your birthday? Tell them. Give them something. It could be as broad as, I like Legos, which I do. Those are cool. Hint, hint, if anybody wants the big Darth Vader Star Wars, or not Darth Vader, Death Star. You know, I know it's like $400. My birthday's in 8-10 months. Plenty of time to save up. I know that thing's crazy expensive. Anyway, give them a range. You know, if you hate busted old antique lawnmowers, don't say anything because you might get one. If you don't like workout equipment, don't make sure they clearly understand that you don't like workout equipment. Give them something, anything to go by, to influence what it is that you're looking for if they ask you for something. Because I can't count the number of times where I have said, but whatever, I don't care. And I've gotten just complete crap. You know, the effort is there, and the desire to get me something cool is there, but I didn't take the effort to say what I wanted. So what happened? I screwed myself. I can't count the number of times that people, I've asked the same question to them, and they said, I don't want anything for my birthday. Well, what do they get? Nothing. How crappy is it? Not even crappy. How shitty is it to have a birthday party with no presents because you said you didn't want any? You expected people to automatically understand exactly what you wanted and get you that thing. That's what happens when you don't say what you want. And you basically relieving yourself of responsibility, which a lot of people really like. They hate responsibility. They hate making decisions. But by doing so, you force the other person to make that decision, who also probably doesn't want to do that. And they're left to their own devices, and God only knows what can happen. We all have that friend who, at any possible chance, will get the craziest, most ridiculous thing they can. So, don't do that. Make sure you give them direction. Now, that's if people ask you for stuff. Ask you what you want. Obviously, they are interested in pleasing you. Okay, so now the other side. When it's your turn for the ask, most people are afraid for the ask. I've been doing a lot of training lately and practice and whatnot doing sales. What's the easiest part of every sale is the pitch, especially if you're really good at what you know, what you're doing, and you know it very, very well. The hard part is saying, "Will you give me money for this?" Because you are placing in the other person your future, your success. Because up to this point, you've succeeded. You've effectively delivered your pitch. You've effectively established communication. You've created rapport. You've created a relationship. And you've gotten to that point where they trust you. And it's yours to screw up. So if you don't ask for what you want, ultimately you want them to give you money. If you don't say that, they will not do it by themselves. They will not say, "Oh, by the way, here, I want your product. Here's a checkbook, or here's a bunch of cash, here's a bunch of whatever." Doesn't happen that way. That's like some kind of magical, bizarro universe. Doesn't exist in my world. I've not seen that. So when it comes to the ask, be very succinct in what it is you're asking for. Make sure that there is zero misunderstanding. Because again, this is all about confidence in yourself, confidence in your whatever it is that you're selling. Is it yourself that you're selling? Is it a product? Is it a service? And when I say, okay, so those are the three different things. The product and service, yes, we all get that. Yourself, what the heck is that? You're asking someone for a date. You're asking for someone to do something for you or with you, and it's a selling process, regardless of what it is. You want to go to a movie with a girl or a guy or whomever for the first time, sell yourself and make sure you do the ask. The ask is hard because you are expecting a certain result, but it also opens the door and opens it wide for rejection and a negative response, which you have to be prepared for. Thing is, if you are clear and concise in your ask, in your question, in your request, well then it's either a yes or no question. So you'll get what it is. But think of it from this perspective. You ask and are rejected, you get nothing. If you don't ask, you still have nothing. So what have you lost? Nothing. Nothing at all. And I know there's at least 2 or 3 Kiltologies where nothing is simply the most powerful thing on the planet, because everything comes from nothing, but nothing is everything. Because if you have nothing, then you've got nothing. But if you have, and when you have nothing, you know that you can have more. You just have to get off your ass and do it. So nothing is very, very powerful, because it motivates and drives us to do things so that we don't have nothing anymore. Physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. So, in that ask, the reason you have to be so succinct is so that there is no confusion. You do not say, "I like Legos," and they come to you with a kitty cat Lego and you like Star Wars Legos. You be very clear in what you're looking for. And this is at home, at work, at church, and whatever groups you're in. Any person who's asking for something, you go to the bar, heaven forbid, you go to the bar, somebody says, what are you drinking? And you say, Scotch? You're screwed. Royally screwed. You be very succinct, saying, I'll take the Lagavulin 16, please. Tell them exactly what you want. Because if you tell people, and this is where all of this is going, if you are very clear and very specific as to what you want, you're either going to get it or you won't. Then you can work on substitutes or nothing. Or you get what you want. And when you are very clear and succinct, the person you're talking to has the opportunity to grant you your wish. Say yes. And it gives you a far greater chance of satisfaction because you've put in the, most cases, fairly small amount of effort necessary to say, I want Scotch, versus I'd like, you've got 4 bottles, I'll take the Lefroy 10, please. Simple. The bartender turns around and says, how do you what? I'm like, the green one right there with the white label. Oh, okay, sure. Boop. here you go. Or you say Scotch, and they grab the whatever mystery bottle out of the well, pour you a thing, and say, here we go. And you look at it, and you're like, Scotch isn't clear. Anyway, so you avoid painful disappointment because you're clear in what you want. Now, when you start asking for the things that you want regularly, you either get them or you don't. But at least you know that you know what you want, and you ask for it. And more often than not, you're going to get what you want, because if you don't, you're going to get something, but it might not be what you want. So when you start getting what you want more often, or at least figure out in your head when exactly what you want isn't available, but something close is, and you're like, I can live with that. But say there's 4 other types of whatever that is that you don't like, say, well, I can live with that one, not this. I'm using Scotch because that's where most people who are just getting into enjoying Scotch fail, is because they order the wrong thing, and they start out at the worst possible place as far as the spectrum of Scotch quality and taste. But it applies to everything. Everything at all. You walk into a clothing store and you just say, I need a t-shirt, or you say, I just need a shirt. Or do you say, my buddy's getting married and I'm his best man, I need a best man shirt with the ruffle thingies on the front, but not the sky blue, turquoise silliness. A legit, serious shirt. So they go get you the exact shirt. Or you say, I need a shirt for a wedding, and you get with the ruffles and all the other crazy crap, and the bride-to-be kicks you out of the wedding because you look like a moron. That's why you ask for what you want. It increases your personal satisfaction exponentially. It helps boost your self-confidence because you're getting what you want. You're able to clearly articulate the things that you enjoy, the things that you would like, or based on whatever it is you do, the things that you have to have. You know, you walk into a tool store, you don't say, I need a wrench, you say, I need a 9/16 with a slot in the end so I can get over to the hose on this bolt that I'm trying to undo. Otherwise, you're screwed. You're going to get the wrong tool. Be specific. Be very succinct, short, exact answer. What you need to get the job done. That job could be anything. But if you want something, and that job could be something as awesome as sleep. I need a pillow. Okay, that doesn't answer anything. Soft, firm, large, small, feathers, buckwheat, what? Be specific. Heaven forbid you say, I'd like a kilt, to a kilt maker. They're going to smack you sideways with a ruler because you need to be specific. Don't tell an artist, I need a picture. Don't tell a photographer, I want you to go take this photograph. Don't say it, tell an architect, build me a house. They give them nothing, they give you whatever they come up with. It's a huge pain in the ass for people to decide for themselves what it takes to make you happy. When you tell someone exactly what you need, exactly what you want, you are happy because you get what you wanted. They're happy because they're able to provide you the service or product quickly because they know exactly what to get. They're like, oh, you need that? Okay, it's back here on aisle 3 halfway down. Let me go grab one. And boom, here you go. It's all about being clear in what you need. Relationships, not even walking down that road, because if you don't tell people what you like in a relationship, man, you are in a world of pain, world of agony, and God only knows how many years of just bleh, because you can't speak your mind. Say what you want and ask for it. In sales, it's a must. In relationships, more so. General living, be very clear about what you're looking for, and you're probably going to get it because people are either going to get out of your way or someone's going to say, okay, here's what you need. One of the two. So that's why asking is so important. Relying on someone else's judgment will fail because they're not you. They don't live in your head, and they cannot read your mind. If they can do any one of those three things, then Guinness Book of World Records is waiting. They have a phone number. You should call them. Also, some folks at NASA really want to know what the hell you're doing. Other than that, tell people clearly. You're going to have a much easier life. You're going to succeed a shitload more because you're not messing around with getting people pissed off because you wanted this and you got this and now you're mad and now they're pissed because they tried to get you something cool and you got it and they got you the wrong thing because you didn't tell them what the right thing was. Be clear in what you want. And your life will be better for it. So someone give me a Kiltology. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of scotch. Had an awesome day helping the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick run a Taste of South Coast event today down in New Bedford, and it was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome event. Uh-oh, Chris and Mark. Man, I bet you they could be switched easily. But my feed says Chris wins. So, number one. And I'm just gonna apologize real quick. I know I haven't read a lot of the comments live while I'm filming, or not filming, while I'm doing the videos. That's because some of this stuff the past week or two has been pretty earth-shattering, at least in my life, in my world. And I kind of want to stay on track and not get too kicked off the path. So that's why. No. No, these don't. All right, today's one of those days where it does it. First time in a while that I haven't found something that fits. Okay, well this kind of works. Okay, so Kiltology number 121. So one of the things about the kilt, and this goes along with saying what you want and asking for what you want, is when you strap on a kilt, obviously you're going to become a public figure in at least your local area. That just happens because you're the guy in the kilt or the girl in the kilt. You wear that everywhere. That's just the thing that happens. You become the kilt man or the kilt woman or kilt girl or kilt boy or whatever silly word people come up with to describe you. But they may not know who you are, but they know the kilt man. And they know that here, the kilt man's me. And they know that when they've got questions about anything kilt-related, bagpipes, ancestry, the number of things that they ask is growing significantly. But kilt man means me, and they know how to find me, so they do. So, Kiltology number 121. The wearing of the kilt is a well-known natural remedy for introversion. It will either cure the poor soul who despises being in the limelight, or force them to give up the kilt altogether. As far as I know, introversions cured by kilt cure rates by kilt are at a stable 100%. So this was before I had an editor, so that reads really kludgy. Basically what that means is, if you want to learn how to get out in public and deal with the public as a whole rapidly and effectively, put on a kilt, walk someplace where there are people. It will fix that problem. Now, it's going to suck at first because you don't know what the hell you're doing. But you'll learn, and you'll learn very quickly, and you'll learn effectively how to manage and not manage. Managing is bad. You don't manage people. You don't manage those. How to work with all of the people that you meet on a regular basis. Kilty Kevin. Well, Nicole, that's not the worst thing I've been called, so I'll take it. So when you're out there in a kilt, you learn quickly who wants to hang out with you, people who want to hang out with you, people who don't want to hang out with you, who want to do business with you, who don't, who want to be around you, who don't. And then there's all the other crazy things that I'm not going to spoil because you'll find out the hard way. So to all of you out there, it's a good Sunday night. It's beautiful up here. A little chilly, but I like that because I'd rather sleep in the cold than in the hot because sleeping in the hot sucks. So it's an awesome night. Everyone go out there, have some fun tonight. You know, curl up because tomorrow is the M word. And we all know what kind of fun that brings. And, you know, do something cool. Chill out, relax. Maybe enjoy a nightcap conversation with a friend. Something cool. And tomorrow, I am going to try to post a short video in the morning to help those of you who are miserable in the morning because it is Monday, the coffee's weak, or you got bad news, or you just don't want to go where you have to go tomorrow. So I'll try to put up something tomorrow morning before I head out to work. Maybe pep up your day a little bit. So until then, be strong. Put a kilt on.